There's a lot of advice out there on what you should do to become a better leader. What we often don't talk about is some of the mistakes that we might make as leaders. And sometimes learning to avoid those mistakes can be more effective and more helpful in our careers than trying to say, how can I get it all right? Hello and welcome to another edition of Chai with Pai, our weekly series of videos where I try and share simple lessons and stories to help each of us become just a bit better. I was at a workshop with some young leaders the other day, and at the end of it, a question got asked about what I thought were some of the common mistakes that new leaders make. What are some of the mistakes that young leaders must learn to avoid? And that set me thinking. And I quickly rattled off what I thought were the top 5 mistakes that young leaders make and which we all must learn to avoid. And I thought that might be interesting for all of us. So here we go. Top of the list, first one. I think young leaders tend to make the mistake of doing their subordinates' work. Okay? It often happens. You've been this techie, you've been coding, and you do a great job of it, you know how to do it. And suddenly, when you get elevated to being a team lead, what happens? When somebody else is struggling with that work, you end up doing it for them. Bad idea. Okay? That's not your job anymore. So let your team members struggle with that work. Let them make those mistakes. Let them get better, because that's the way they will grow. So resist the temptation to continue to do what you did earlier and to do other people's work for them, because that would mean that they will never really grow. The second mistake that a lot of leaders make is the temptation to tell their team members what to do and how to do it without pausing to tell them why they should do it. So what happens to many of us is that we've been doing that work for so many years, we know it like the back of our hands. So we're quick to tell our team members, here's what you should do. And if they struggle with it, you say, let me tell you how to do it. Right? And in many cases, we even fall into the trap of saying, just do as I tell you, don't ask questions. You shouldn't be that kind of leader. Become the kind of leader who tells her team members or his team members why something needs to be done. So don't just focus on the what and the how, but try instead to focus on the why. Give people a good reason why they must do something, and then get ready to be surprised, because once they understand the why, they will probably come up with solutions and ideas that you might have never thought about. The third mistake we sometimes make is we allow our biases to show. Our prejudices from the past continue to come along with us like the unwanted extra baggage. So what happens is that as a young contributor in the business, you might have thought that those people are not helpful, or the HR folks are never responding on time, or whatever your peeve was. And now you've become a leader and you take those biases with you and you make no secret of them. It even goes the other way, where sometimes you might have worked alongside a colleague who would become a very good friend. And now as a leader, you show that soft corner for that person and you're more tolerant of the mistakes that person might make. Don't do that. I think as a leader, it's extremely important for you to be seen as being completely impartial, completely open, and willing to give people a second chance to prove you wrong. So don't carry your biases with you. The fourth mistake, and this is probably one of the more visible ones, is a tendency to say I a lot more than saying we. The problem is not just in the I versus the we bit, and sometimes I is the right one to use, particularly if it's failure that you're talking about. But the tendency to keep talking about I versus we often suggests a slightly insecure leader. This need for recognition, the need for people to know I did it, versus actually acknowledging we did it. So just ensuring that you don't always think leader, but think team. Shift the focus away from yourself onto your team, and you will discover that the I's start to diminish a bit and the we begins to become much, much larger. That's 4. And now for the last one, the 5th one. I think many leaders tend to take their jobs too seriously. They suddenly decide that this title means a hell of a lot, and they stop enjoying their work. They stop having fun. Okay? It's almost like now that I've become a leader, I need to be different, I need to be more serious, I need to stand on this pedestal and look at everybody else and say, look everyone, look, I'm the leader. And that means that you start getting a lot more tense, you get a lot more serious, you're constantly under pressure. Not worth it. Okay? Work, in many senses, was meant to be enjoyed. So remember to have fun. You might have become a leader, but hey, you're still that same person. You still work with those same people. You still have a lot of friends out there. So allow yourself to enjoy that. Don't take yourself so seriously that you stop enjoying being a leader, because that will impact your ability to contribute as a leader. Those then are the 5 mistakes, and I'm sure you'd want to add the 6th one and the 7th one. And I'd be very keen to hear what you've seen as some of the common mistakes that leaders make, but which we must all learn to avoid. That's all in this week's edition of Chai with Pai. If you've liked the video, do go across to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the video. Hit that like button. And hey, if you think there's someone else who might benefit from this video, do remember to share it. Until next time, enjoy your chai.